everyone, welcome and thank you very much, Dr. Gurumurthy, for joining me here on the Newshour tonight. It is election time approaching in Tamil Nadu, and who is a better authority on what's happening on the ground? Last time we spoke before the Lok Sabha elections, you said BJP will increase its percentage. It has. Now it's getting into an alliance. How do you see the landscape in Tamil Nadu ahead of the elections?
See, Tamil Nadu elections till 2024 was almost bipolar. Now the perception of bipolarity has been distorted by a third force emerging, and that is Vijay. But in my own assessment, it will not be a very disturbing third force, and bipolarity will still remain. For two reasons. One, the anti-establishment feeling is very high against the DMK.
What do you make of the friction within the Congress-DMK alliance? Do you think this is positioning? Do you think this is just something that Praveen Chakravarti has triggered off and is not going to have too much of an impact when Rahul Gandhi and MK Stalin come into the picture? How do you see that relationship? Do you see Congress sticking with DMK or going with Vijay? Do you see any changes or alliance future between Vijay and AIADMK, BJP combined? How are you seeing some of these fluid situations?
See, take the Congress and the DMK alliance. Congress and DMK alliance is not limited to Tamil Nadu. DMK is a very important support base for Rahul Gandhi, even in handling the India alliance. So he can never compromise on losing the DMK.
I want to ask you, will polarization help in Tamil Nadu? The Deepam row that we saw playing out in the courts and in the public domain, the manner in which the DMK government has stood on one side and BJP on the other, do you think that formula is going to impact elections? Do you think BJP is using this? And the other second issue is the film release of Vijay, which has been put on hold. 9th of January was the release. It has been put. Does that show some amount of shenanigans played by the BJP? Is it a substantive player? How do you see the BJP positioning itself and using these both instruments?
I will deal with the first aspect about the Deepam issue. The DMK has been foolish to create this issue against itself. BJP has emerged as the most prominent spokesperson for Deepam. And the way they went about the High Court, and the High Court has now slapped them. They don't know how to handle this. And they have gone further to say that lighting the Deepam is like lighting the dead body in a crematorium. I mean, this kind of language, it is unthinkable, unheard of in recent times. I don't think the DMK has not only handled this intelligently, it is handling it foolishly. So there is bound to be a certain advantage to the BJP. And the BJP has been building up this Murugan Vel Yatra and the Hindu feeling around it. And Tamil Nadu is no more, the society of Tamil Nadu is no more anti-Hindu as it used to be in 1960s and 70s when I had seen how the society was. Politics and the society both were anti-Hindu in 1970s. Today the society is Hindu. The politics, the Dravidian politics is anti-Hindu. It has lost its anti-Hindu bite. So my feeling is this is certainly going to be a factor in favor of the BJP in the southern districts. I have no doubt about it. How far, how much percentage, how deep it is, that will be tested over the next few weeks. So far as the Vijay film is concerned, because I am not one of the persons who sees films, I have never seen his film. So I do not know what it means. But anyhow, if there is a delay in clearing the from the censor board, obviously the BJP will have to take the blame. Politically, the BJP will be, the people will point fingers at the BJP. This is politics. The BJP may say that we have nothing to do with it. But the timing of the decision obviously leads to inferences. The BJP will have to answer that.
But do you think that shows a tad bit of nervousness on the part of the BJP, AIADMK?
I don't think, you see, this film is not going to add anything to more than what has already happened. Maybe it is, let's assume it's a political pressure on Vijay. It is not nervousness. Actually, Vijay will be more nervous about the CBI call to him for the Karur violence, where probably he is on a weaker wicket.
You mentioned the CBI case and the summons to TVK to appear before the CBI. Do you think this is another arm twisting tactic, may lead to forcing Vijay for an alliance with the BJP once again? Agencies like ED, CBI being used by the BJP, just like Mamata Banerjee is screaming today in Bengal?
I don't think there is any possibility of ED or anybody now against Vijay. In Karur, there is a question about Vijay going late and showing that there is a huge crowd waiting for him and all that. And so naturally there is a question again. In fact, I have written about it also. In fact, I have said no popular person should be allowed to commence a political party without forming a party and creating an organization for 3 years. Otherwise, just gather crowd and say it is a political party without any cadre, leader, hierarchy to control the crowd is a very dangerous way of playing with the crowd. And so it's not that Vijay did it intentionally, but the fact is that there is a certain question against him. But if the CBI, then the CBI should say, no, because there is election, we will not inquire this case. It is completely wrong, because the Tamil Nadu government would have anyway investigated the case and maybe fixed Vijay. The CBI had taken over that function under the directions of the Supreme Court. So, when the CBI took over the decision, it is not that it will say we will do it after the elections, because Vijay's role in Karur, if it is proved that he had not done anything wrong, it will also help him. If he has done something wrong, that must also be told to the people. So I don't think the CBI has fast forwarded this investigation. After all, this investigation is an ongoing investigation and he has been caught. Well, I don't think there is anything to link the Karur investigation with any effort to put pressure on Vijay. Vijay may feel the pressure. That doesn't mean the pressure is intended.
Well, so Mr. Gurumurthy, if I were to ask you for your prediction today, how do you look at Tamil Nadu elections? How is it poised? What is your opinion poll on DMK? Where will it be? AIADMK plus BJP plus possibly PMK and other smaller parties coming together. Where will this alliance be? And the future projection for Vijay and his party?
See, there are two ways of looking at it. The anti-establishment wave becomes very powerful, like in 1996, where, in the current situation, personalities do not matter. In fact, Stalin is no great personality. And people know he is not the future leader. The future leader is Udayinidhi, who just doesn't count as a leader as yet in politics. So it is not a leader-based contest. It is whether this government should be allowed to get elected. In that, who can ensure that this government is defeated and another government is formed. In that, I think the BJP-ADMK alliance has a very good chance to to tell the people, yes, we can form the government. In that, Vijay alone certainly doesn't have that credibility.
Are you drawing a parallel between this experiment and the experiment in Bihar that we saw in recent elections with Prashant Kishore as a new entrant to the bipolar election?
No. Prashant Kishore is not charismatic, he is strategic. Vijay is charismatic but not strategic. In fact, Vijay may have done very well if he had continued to listen to the advice of Prashant Kishore. Vijay is a completely untested material, psychologically, politically, organizationally, strategically. I don't think he should have taken a plunge without people to support him. And one good support would have been Prashant Kishore. For example, in 2021, DMK had, it was the best organized party at that time, even now it is. And Stalin had inherited that party. But still, he went for Prashant Kishore's advice because he knew there was no Karunanidhi. And he had to get a strategic advisor. And if Vijay doesn't think he needs a strategic advisor, who can give credibility to his own party in its way of doing things, in its campaign, its narratives, and his narratives have been very slippery. For example, Uncle Stalin, Mama so and so. I mean, these are all things which may suit silly dialogue, but it is not going to bite in an election. And so I think he lost an opportunity of associating Prashant Kishore.
We'll have to wait and watch what happens as election times hot up in Tamil Nadu. But for your insights and your critical information that you always have about whatever is happening in the state of Tamil Nadu, thank you very much, Mr. Gurumurthy, for joining me on the News Hour tonight.